My name is Craig Miller-Randle. I am a furniture and homewares designer who runs my own wholesale business, and I'm a self-confessed plantaholic. Yeah, I can't get enough plants. Plants and design have been together for me since the beginning, so it's natural that I find myself where I am today. My home is in Richmond, inner city suburb of Melbourne. It's a pretty urban area here, lots of terrace houses and miners' cottages converted into groovy dwellings, lots of young people. You wouldn't know that you were in a city here. It's very peaceful, very calm, and I love it. I first discovered I was really into plants when I was about 4 years old. My dad was an avid orchid grower, and he built a little greenhouse at the back of the home that we were living in, and that was a wonderland to me. I remember walking in and just being completely taken back by the smell, you know, the humidity in there, and he knew that I loved it, and he gave me a little Cattleya orchid and wrote Craig's Orchid on the pot. And that really was the start of my lifelong passion with plants. I cared for that plant, I wanted more of them. And then my grandmother picked up on my love of plants and gave me a plot in her garden when I was about 7 and said, you do what you want with that, it's yours. From as long as I can remember, I have been collecting, growing and loving plants. This plant is called Philodendron glorious, and it is a hybrid between Philodendron melanochrysum and Philodendron gloriosum, two of the highly collectible philodendrons. And it is an aroid, part of the Araceae group of plants. These plants in nature grow in the jungle, and their number one priority is to get up to the canopy as quick as they can and fasten onto something as they do it so that the plant's secure and strong. And these totems, which I make myself, basically it's their fake tree, their pseudo tree, which they grow up in my house, and the plant then thinks it's getting higher in the tree, it feels secure and safe, it puts out a bigger leaf. It's interesting because in Melbourne, not that many people get leaves this size because we don't have the tropical climate, but definitely that moisture in the totem helps it to establish and also gives it a bit of a microclimate around the leaves as well by enhancing the humidity. I love tropicals, and really I focus on them for two reasons. Firstly, they're striking to look at, you know, the leaf shapes and the forms, but also they suit this house really well. I've had plants that I've taken with me along my journey from places where I've lived, and I still have some of those here with me. There is a beautiful Pachypodium gayi, which is a large Madagascan succulent I've had for about 20 years, I think. And I think that's one of the things I love the most about collecting plants, that they, if you look after them, they can be with you for a lifetime. This is Monstera adansonii, or Swiss cheese plant. Common name, you can see why, with all those beautiful holes. It's quite a vigorous grower, and if you let it ramble, it will trail quite well, but it's actually a climber in nature, and that's the way you get the size and the development of the leaves, by letting it climb. And what I'm doing is just letting this lead shoot grow out. It's quite soft, and in a week or so, I will just train that back down. You can see it bends reasonably easily. Just tie it with a little bit of tie to the mesh, and keep doing that till it hits the bottom of the pot, and then up we go again to the top. And I will train this up and down the totem until the totem's basically covered in stem, and we'll end up with a very bushy plant rather than just one stem growing upwards. I like to keep all of my plants in a plastic inner pot, and the reason for that is that it's basically really easy to move out of one planter and put into another one. They're light, they can also stay quite small, and it means I've got lots of opportunity to mix and match stuff up as I choose. And dressing up plants is one of my favourite hobbies, and this makes it as easy as it can be. I started an Instagram account and really just posted pictures of what was around me, my house and my plants, the things I loved. And at the time, I really thought that it was quite unusual to be a plant freak and a plant addict. Most of my friends thought I was crazy for being crazy about plants. Really, within a few short months, I realised that in actual fact, there are hundreds and thousands of amazing, interesting plant fanatics out there. It's been fantastic for me because I feel connected to and part of this wonderful community of plant aficionados and plant people. Yeah. There's a growing wave of the young generation who don't have the ability to have a big backyard or a large area for gardens. And it makes so much sense that they want their homes to be a green paradise. I'm enjoying passing on that kind of knowledge that I've gained over the years to them, who are becoming the plant people of today and tomorrow.